Hello, this is Movie Sense, and my name is Lara Emanuel. First, I would like to say a big thank you to you for watching the last episode of Movie Sense. Thank you even more for your comment, your feedbacks, your likes, and thank you so much. I really appreciate them. They mean a lot to me. So, on this episode of Movie Sense, we'll be discussing Anikulapo.
ọ̀rọ̀ ọkùnrin àjèjì tó wọnú ìlú wa ẹ̀ wá. arákùnrin.
ta ni ọ́ ń bọ́ lọ ti wá.
tó pe rẹ̀ ládìkún Anikulapo.
gbéra dìde.
Anikulapo wọ́n máa dúpẹ́.
èwo ni arákùnrin tí wọ́n ń pè ní Anikulapo.
Ìwọ padà.
Mo ti kú. Ẹ dákun fún mi nígbà díẹ̀ kí n fi gbélé ayé.
The sequel to Anikulapo the movie that was released in 2022 on Netflix is the series Anikulapo Rise of the Spectre with 6 episodes. So I will be referring to Anikulapo the movie as Anikulapo the movie and Rise of the Spectre as Anikulapo the series. Guess what? The producer, Kunle Afolayan, in an interview revealed that he was forced to do Anikulapo the movie. Imagine, the movie that was award-winning, movie that we all loved, it was well talked about. Anyways, the good news is that it was originally a series. We just had to do the movie, and left to me, I love both. We just had to do the movie because Netflix said no. They were skeptical and needed to be convinced, and I hope really that I think they were convinced, because even I was convinced. Anyways, now let's move on to the plot of both the movie and the series. Anikulapo the movie, the plot was, circled around Saru and Queen Arolake, how they met and how Queen Arolake decided to, have an affair with Saru, and then on getting to know, and then the king found out about the affair, and Saru was killed in the process, but was risen by Akala. And unfortunately for the queen, Saru turned against her, married more wives, disrespected her, and Queen Arolake showed him a true color. But the series, on the other hand, didn't just focus on the main characters of the movie, Saru and Queen Arolake, but had its own subplot. There was the particular part of it that focused on the battle between Basharu and the king of Oyo, Alaafin Oyo, and then other subplots. So when you look at both movies, yes, they were similar, and also there was a particular thing I really liked about the series. It was more like a continuation of the movie, so you don't get confused, and there were a lot of flashbacks in the series. So in case you've forgotten about the movie, or it's been a while since you watched the movie, there were flashbacks just to refresh your memories, and the flashbacks came at the right time. And I'm talking about the cinematography, the costumes and effects used. All these three were focused on the rich Yoruba culture, especially that of the pre-colonial era, and they were really in their beautiful form. And the costume, the set design, the makeup, the hair, everything just worked together beautifully, and they all portrayed Yoruba culture in its richest form. And also, another beautiful aspect of Anikulapo are the actors. Both the movie and the series, we had the veteran actors, those who have been in the game for decades. We had those who decided their acting careers, and those who were newly introduced into their acting careers by Anikulapo the movie. I mean, Anikulapo was their first try in acting, and they all came together and then delivered effortlessly to have a beautiful movie. And then we look at the language, the Yoruba language was spoken in its purest form. Attention was paid to details, especially in the makeup. When we look at the tribal marks of those from Oyo town, their tribal marks differ from the other neighboring towns, and the costume too was really well selected. The hair looked really beautiful. In fact, it was a good one by Kunle Afolayan and other people that actually worked on that movie. And the big question here is about Anikulapo series, because there are lots of question marks in the series, lots of unanswered questions, which I actually think might be answered in the following season. When you look at the rise of the Spectre, there are lots of unanswered questions. Is Saru dead or not? Because he came in Queen Arolake's dream to say goodbye to her, and we didn't see him as part of the ghost at the Heaven's Gate. We saw Bashoro and the 3 ghosts, but Saru was nowhere to be found. So is he dead or not? And also, as Queen Arolake gained her freedom, really, as she gained her freedom, because Oyo still needs the sacrifice to be done to cleanse the land, but she seems to walk freely. So there are lots of questions to be answered. And aside that, Saru was told to kill 20 people. He rose 20. The angel told him to go back and kill the 20 people he rose up from dead. He only killed 3 people. Is there any repercussion for that? Saru also cheated death the second time. Are there repercussions for him? And then it seems the Saru has 1 million lives, because he just wouldn't die. The guy just doesn't want to die. He just wouldn't die. The guy would die and then come back. It seems the guy I don't know. I don't understand this arrow guy really. So and then the series created lots of multiple subplots, which I think, if not properly enhanced, if not properly buttressed, it might really get the viewer uninterested. There were some subplots that could have been overlooked, but I'm just waiting and being patient that the second season will educate us more on these loopholes and the questions. I don't want to call it loopholes really. They might just be suspense. They might just be there for reference purpose in the coming season, really. And overall, Kunle Afolayan does not only make good movies or movie stars, he pays utmost attention to details. For example, the soundtrack. Anikulapo, the movie, gave us Kent Edujobi track. He won the NVCA award for the soundtrack, the movie soundtrack, and the series gave us the Leda Lashe. If you ask me, the soundtracks, especially for the series, was my best part of the movie. Eledumare and Oyeku, they are on my replay list. I have been listening to them since I started watching Anikulapo the series. Even when I finished watching the movie, I am still listening to Eledumare and Oyeku and other tracks on the album. I love the soundtracks. They are core Ichile Yoruba. I love them. Leda Lashe did a good job, just like Kent also gave us a beautiful soundtrack in the movie, and I'm imagining a collaboration between the two of them, Kent Edujobi and Leda Lashe. Okay, I think I should stop imagining. I keep my imagination to myself, but really, I really can't wait. It's going to be wow. It's going to be the bomb. Okay, then I've said my own part. The best part of the movie for me is the soundtrack. What's the best part of the movie for you? And which one made more sense to you, the movie Anikulapo the movie or Anikulapo Rise of the Spectre? Thank you very much for watching.